so much shit to react to, yet so little time. Psych. This is what we're gonna react to.
What is up, you guys?
Tony Brienne, Pretty Little Things, shocking rebrand. What the hell? What the fuck is Pretty Little Things? I thought we was talking about the country. You know what? We already on this. And yeah, the last stream, I didn't get to finish reacting to the fat people, and I realized that. But I didn't want to sit there. We had maybe 5 minutes left. I wasn't gonna sit there and fucking react to those fat ass people who are horrible parents. Like, you about to get me mad now. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the reaction.
Guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome
and while
to my channel.
Reacting as well, I'm gonna be, I need to cut my fingernails, so I'm gonna be trimming my fingernails on doing this.
And this entire concept stems from Pretty Little Thing and their very much so controversial rebrand. But before we get into today's video,
I don't know what Pretty Little Thing is.
A little bit of positivity. So let's first start.
Hell yeah, I need that positivity in my life.
Today's quote of the day is, "I am attracting miracles into my life."
Hell
Today's
yeah.
verse of the day is Romans chapter 3, verses 23 through 24, and it reads, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, and all are justified freely by his grace through the redemption that came by Christ Jesus."
Amen.
And without further ado, you guys,
Hold
let's
on.
get straight.
That reminds me. So I was chopping it up with this shorty I matched with on Hinge, right? It's a quick little thing. And we ended up stopped talking. But the reason is, so she asked me, she goes, "Hey, are you a follower of God?" Which is a it's a good question. You know, I don't mind that question. Shit like that. Are you a follower of God? And do you want kids? And then she asked something else, but I don't remember because the first two are the most important. So I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm a follower of God. Like, I believe Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior and shit like that. But I'm not in an organized religion because they be in bed with politicians. And it's just, and, you know, since I was young, like, they are hypocrites, and only God can strengthen my relationship with God. Nobody needs to be fucking telling me, oh, your relationship is horrible with God, and you're sinning, and da-da-da, but he's doing way worse than we are. So, I was like, yeah, I got a relationship with him, but I'm more spiritual. And I told her, yeah, I do want kids, but I want kids in the future, like when I'm in my 30s, and shit like that. And so she goes, oh, okay, I get what you mean. Usually when people say they're spiritual, they, you know, think about the universe and energy and vibrations and shit like that. In which I was like, I mean, I believe in that too, you know, because, I mean, not just, I believe in God, but you need to treat people how you expect to be treated. And the stuff that you put out into the world, you're going to get out. You're going to get back. So if you put more negativity out in the world, you're going to get negativity back to you. So you might want to put, you want to put more positive stuff in the world and shit like that. And I believe in, you know, manifesting what you want, but you also got to put in the work behind it. Like, you can't just say, I'm going to be a millionaire and just be a bum. That's not how it works. You got to put work in behind it. So I'm all about energy, and also the people who you keep around, that's who you're going to attract. And those are the people who either make you better or your downfall. And so I told her, I was like, I mean, yeah, I also believe in the, like, you know, energy and positivity, energy, and like the universe and shit like that. Like, I don't know if she thought that me saying like let me finish my statement. I don't know if she thought that me saying like, yeah, I believe like the universe, I believe in that universe is God, or I don't know what she thought. I don't know. But I told her, I was like, yeah, I believe in that shit, but I mean, I'm not hype on like the rock shit. Like, I don't do that rock shit. Like, you know how the bitches be doing the astrology and shit like that? Like, I'm not into that shit. I don't believe in the fucking, you know, the Gemini shit and the Virgo and the Aries and the, you know, the other shit. The fucking plutonium and everything. Like, I don't believe in that shit. I guess she thought that I was saying that I believe in that shit. I was like, no, I believe in God, but I also believe that the shit that you put out in this world, energy, whatever type of energy you put out in this world, whether negative, positive, you're gonna receive that. And so she was like, yeah, it was nice talking to you, but I don't think we can move forward because I just don't believe in that type of the universe shit, and I don't want kids, and I don't see myself having kids at all. In which I'm like, okay, cool. Like when she said that at first, I was like, I mean, I wasn't. That's not a negotiable. That's not a. It wasn't a thing where I'm like I was going to discount it from being in the roster, because I was like all right, cool, but she was like, yeah, no, like that's not negotiable for me or whatever, and I'm like, first of all, bitch, you even say you're gonna be one of the people who's gonna have my kids. I said I'm not having my kids till I'm 30. What makes you think we're gonna be there, be in a relationship for that long to where I feel like I'm gonna marry you? I'm just trying to date. I'm just dating around. Shit like that. So yeah, she ended it. But I'm like, that's cool. I don't mind that. Hey, that makes life easier for me because now I got 2 on the roster. 2 is my perfect number when it comes to females on the roster. When it gets up to 3 and 4, it just gets too hectic. I already work too much. And also I got family and friends that be wanting to see me and I be wanting to see. 3 bitches, 4 bitches, 5 bitches, this is too much. And also they some new hoes. I'm no longer fucking with the MILF anymore. Just cause of work. Like she was the main one, but just because of work and shit like that, and because I crashed my car, like we haven't had time to see each other, and my schedule's been tight, and so it's like, yeah, and I was already gonna cut her off anyway, because I was like, damn, I want to deal with some younger bitches, because I've been dealing with older women for about a couple years now, so I'm like, I want to go dip my toe back into the young ones, around my age and younger, as in like at least 20, but really like 21 through 24. That's what I'm trying to do. And so that kind of helped me out, and she cut it off. Usually when it comes to females who I'm fucking with, usually they will cut it off. Like, because I be chilling. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And so that's why I'm like, hey, that's cool. Nothing but peace and positivity towards you and blessings. If we pass each other, we gonna pass each other. It's always gonna be, good feelings, good vibes and shit like that. Ain't nothing, because I never did anything to him to make him be like, fuck you and shit like, nah. So yeah, I already started scouting for a new roster and shit like that. But honestly, and I was joking about this. Hold on, I'll be right back. It's gonna be real quick. I was joking about this. I was like, man, I wouldn't be mad if this summer I got into a relationship, or I was just booed up this summer. I wouldn't be mad at it. So that's kind of where I'm moving, because the dating scene is cool. It's alright, but it's like I'm tired of just going in that revolving circle of asking all these questions, us dating, waiting for sex, in which I'm not pressed on sex. I know it's gonna happen the second, third date, because I'm not pressed on it. If it happens the first date, that's cool, but it don't really mean anything. My thing is getting to know the individual, but I'm just tired of that revolving cycle. I'm trying to start the hey, get to know you process, and then really get to know you deeper as time goes on. As of right now, because I've been on a dating scene for what, 5-6 years now. So yeah, so right now I got 2 on the roster who I'm like, you know what? It's a battle of the fittest. Let's see who I'm fucking with, who I'm vibing with more, and whoever I'm vibing with more, that's the one who I'm gonna be booed up with this summer. That's just the way. That's the name of the game. That's just how it's gonna go. Anyway, I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry about that. I just had to, let y'all know about that. But let's go ahead and get back into the video.
Into today's video. Taking you in this Monday. Hey guys, super big and exciting news. I know a lot of you love watching my deep dives, video essays, and commentary on YouTube, but now you can listen to me anytime, anywhere. That's right, yes, Tony Brand TV is now officially available on all podcast platforms. So whether you're at the gym, driving, or just chilling at home, you can now stream my breakdowns on pop culture, trending topics, and all the mess straight from your favorite podcast.
And let me tell you something beautiful. I would not be one of those people listening to you. I want to watch. I want to see that beautiful face of yours. What makes you think I want to hear that beautiful angelic voice of yours while I'm working out, going to get groceries, trying to sleep? No. This is for content. The nerve of her.
So go ahead and follow Tony Brand TV, the podcast, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. And don't worry, the YouTube videos aren't going anywhere. We're just giving you another way to stay in the loop. Tony Brand TV podcast will be linked down below, so please be sure to follow and watch me on all of those platforms. Thank you guys so much for your endless love and support. I would not be anywhere I am without you guys. I just absolutely adore you all, and I'm just so thankful for
shout out to her for doing the podcast. Well, her
it wasn't too
getting a
long
thing
ago
on
when
the
Pretty Little
podcast.
Thing
Shout
was
out to her.
known for their vibrant, bright, might I say risque, and fun clothing selection.
Okay.
However,
Pretty Little Thing is a fucking store. I really thought that when she said Pretty Little Things, I thought it was like another version, like Pretty Little Liars or some shit like that. I really did. And now I'm very, very regretful on picking this video. But fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
recent rebrand has taken a complete left turn, and they have altered exactly what they stemmed from when they first introduced the brand Pretty Little Thing. The entire Pretty Little Thing website went through a complete change. Everything is now beige.
Maybe I can figure out some shit to buy my business.
And it seemingly is meant to give off this elevated, quiet luxury look that so many people are currently trying to dress as. And believe it or not, Pretty Little Thing is not the only brand that has decided to go down this route. Fast fashion brands everywhere are rebranding themselves to look more, might I say, luxury and less fast. But at what cost exactly? Higher prices, but still lower quality clothing? A clear yet eerie lack of diversity? And everybody once again looking the exact same way. This isn't just a one brand thing. It's a clear yet quite significant switch that the entire fashion industry is currently going through. So today, we're going to be breaking down how exactly Pretty Little Thing got here, what exactly has driven this rebrand, and why minimalism culture, soft life culture, whichever you want to call it, isn't as seemingly innocent as you may believe. But before we enter the breakdown of today's entire video,
no
I'd like to
ads.
thank the sponsor of today's video.
Nope. Raycon, shout out to Raycon, shout out to Ray J. You don't need to be listening to Raycons.
In today's video, we'll be covering how Pretty Little Thing went from Instagram baddie aesthetic to old money aesthetic almost overnight. Well, literally overnight. Why exactly minimalism is taking over fashion and who exactly it is benefiting. The lack of diversity in Pretty Little Thing's rebranding and how it's not exactly a coincidence. And lastly, what this means for fast fashion and what is coming next. So let's get into our first talking point. Pretty Little Thing's intense rebrand. So let's first start off with the foundation of Pretty Little Thing. Pretty Little Thing was founded in 2012 by Umar and Adam Kamani, two brothers from Manchester. The brand initially started off as an affordable, fast fashion, and trendy brand for young women, mainly for those young women who wanted trendy and celebrity-inspired outfits without the high price tags. So though they were founded in 2012, they didn't necessarily blow up until between 2014 to 2016. Their items were tight dresses, bold prints, flashy, sexy. It was everything that the Instagram baddie aesthetic was back in the
day. You know what's crazy is my first time hearing about them. Now, they're not tailored towards me, obviously, they're tailored towards the females. But the females, like I got sisters and female cousins, and you know I be fucking with bitches. None of the hoes, none of my sisters, none of my cousins or anything has even said anything about Pretty Little Things. All I hear about is Fashion Nova, Shein, and you know the other ones. You know Victoria's Secret, Lululemon, something Shark. Yeah, this is my first time hearing about this shit.
In the day, which led the brand to have major traction
Gymshark
in 2017, mainly due to influencer marketing. Y'all should check out my last video about influencer marketing. Okay, a little promo right there. And partnerships with major reality stars like Kylie Jenner. And we all know Kylie Jenner was that girl back in the day. And by 2018, Pretty Little Thing was a powerhouse. They had partnerships with all of the it girls of the time. The Instagram model Jada Cheese, Molly May from Love Island UK, Saweetie, Doja Cat, Kourtney Kardashian, you name the top celebrity at the time, Pretty Little Thing had a partnership with them, and they were very closely tied to Fashion Nova in their popularity. And during this time,
Fashion Nova?
this was peak BBL fashion. And what
I think
exactly
I said Fashion
is
Nova.
BBL fashion, and what does that mean? Well, take a look at it for yourselves. A lot of the clothes in the late 2010s into the early 2020s were catered to a very specific body type. And that body type, in a lot of cases, was not natural. From the form-fitting clothing, the bright colors, the loud prints, like I've said so many times, it wasn't something that the traditional woman that is working a 9 to 5 is going to wear on a day-to-day basis. It was more club wear for the girlies that were really making it and didn't have to work. However, in about 2021-2022, a major shift began. Fashion started changing, and out was the BBL aesthetic, and in was the old money aesthetic. And Pretty Little Thing started losing its popularity, which leads us into the making of today's video. The Zarification of clothing brands. What exactly do I mean by this? If you guys do not know what the clothing brand Zara is probably one of the most influential fashion retailers in the industry today. Zara is mostly known for their minimalist fashion, but at an affordable luxury appeal, which means that their clothes are giving luxury without those luxury prices, but they still are on the pricier end, which is why I say affordable luxury. Unlike brands like Pretty Little Thing, Fashion Nova, and Shein, who built their identities on very much so influencer-heavy, trend-heavy, and bold fashion marketing, Zara has always marketed themselves as
Zara.
sleek,
I forgot about
refined,
Forgot
elegant,
about Zara.
classy. And that seemingly is trending in today's time, which is why I say a lot of these fashion brands are trying to become Zara, in terms of them trying to be minimalist, because that's what's trending right now. So let's type in prettylittlething.com and see what pops up. www.prettylittlething. Well, I can't even type. .us. Hold on, y'all. Let's get all my coupons out the way, okay? We don't need those right now, because we're not buying nothing. Wow, let's look at how different Pretty Little Thing looks now. Pretty Little Thing was super, super vibrant when you would go on their website before, and this almost looks like a Skims knockoff, if I'm being quite frank, including a Zara knockoff. It's
Fendi, Skims.
And that's everything that Pretty Little Thing once upon a time was indeed not. And another starking thing that I noticed is the very much so high prices. Pretty Little Thing was notoriously known for their affordable fast fashion, but now it's giving much more, like I said, affordable luxury like Zara, where you're seeing numbers like $50, $60, $110, $75. That was never Pretty Little Thing.
See, you know what's crazy? Because, when I get up in fame, fortune, moolah, it's also fortune, I'm gonna be one of those individuals who are wearing things that nobody even knows. I already do wear shit that nobody even knows. A lot of people come up and ask me, hey bro, where you get that? Oh, y'all for here. I'm not a gatekeeper, but I know that a lot of people don't know where I get, because I'm the one stepping out and I'm trying new things, because I know that the clothes don't wear me, I wear the motherfucking clothes. A lot of people are like, damn, I wouldn't be able to wear that. Bitch ass nigga, I know you won't be able to wear that shit. I am, and I'm rocking that shit. Hella people, hella bitches, hella niggas be coming up, damn, I like that. I know you do. But my thing is, when I get up and I'm still wearing those thing, my only fear is, in which I would have to have a collaboration with them, and I'm not telling them how to run a business, but the only reason I came to you was because of how affordable you are, and not everybody's wearing it. Not everybody knows about it. I want you to build your business, but I don't want you to change up, how you selling it with the prices and shit like that. Because that's what attracted me to you guys' page. And I'm not saying it's just for me. I'm saying it for people who actually want to buy it and who really can't really afford it, because they work living pay to paycheck, and they just want something nice to rock out every once in a while. That's one of my biggest things. That's one of my biggest fears. Maybe I should start gatekeeping. Maybe when I get famous, oh, what are you wearing? I'm not telling you, because I don't want to. But either way, niggas gonna find out, oh yeah, this is Nykel's wearing this, and this.
A Basically, more and
Just
more
saying.
fast fashion brands are gearing towards the Zara blueprint. Minimalist, neutral, luxury inspired, yet still mass produced. It's a formula that makes fast fashion brands seem more expensive when in all actuality they actually are not. They're upping the price but not upping that quality.
The one thing about Pretty Little Thing
I'm about to
is
check to
they're
see
probably
where
going to
my
be selling the
motherfucking water
same
bottle is
on
real quick.
clothes, but just making it seem like it's upper echelon, high quality clothes because of the colors are more dull and it gives more boring.
I mean, literally, let's take a look at Zara's website. Look how eerily similar Pretty Little Thing's website is to Zara. I mean, honestly, Zara has more pops of color on their website. They got some blues.
Alright.
This is
It
seemingly
says it's still
what
gonna show up
Pretty
on
Little
Sunday.
Thing wants to go by when it comes to their fashion choices and how they display themselves and market themselves. So with this rebrand, I expected a lot of people to be all for it because everybody's always talking about quiet luxury, minimalist everything from their minimalist apartments, their minimalist closets, and their minimalist looks. I thought y'all all would be down for the cause, but actually a lot of people are upset. People are tired of the minimalist aesthetic.
I just went and looked on the Pretty Little Thing website, and the biggest thing I see is it looked like they took away all the color. I've been seeing people say that they're just trying to cater to a more conservative audience, but that mean you can't wear color, like, because everything is just like, brown, beige, and bland.
Unpopular opinion, but this new Pretty Little Thing rebrand, I don't want to see it. I don't. It's boring. I've just looked through their website and it's boring. It's office attire, the models, it's giving clean girl, it's giving bland.
See, the females, they don't like this minimalistic look, and I can understand with the color and shit like that. But I haven't seen anything bad. Like, I would buy my bitch this. I wouldn't want her showing all titties and ass. I'd rather her silhouette show what she got than her having the cleavage out and her ass out and everybody else is seeing what she got. That's the ass and the cleavage and shit, that's for me. Sacred to me. No one is gonna explore that tunnel outside of me. So I don't have a problem with that. Now, like I said, with the color, I can understand why they say the color. It is more neutral and mute type of colors, which, like, come on now, they got way more shoes, like color shoes and shit like that they can match it with.
Basically, but I don't want to see it. It's boring. We have other websites to shop this attire, and I just don't think Pretty Little Thing needed to do the rebrand.
So, Pretty Little Thing rebranding to the old money Nara Smith core, yeah? Which is fantastic for them. But you know what I just think as a broader scale that needs to be mentioned? This whole old money, like, clean girl aesthetic, wrap it up expeditiously. Because it's now becoming forced. There was always a few girls that did that really well, but now every other, like Sophia Richie old money core. The only old money you have is the money in your piggy bank that's old because you've not emptied it in a while. It's forced for a lot of you guys, and genuinely, guys, I go through a few eras on here. I can be quite hypocritical, but if you ever catch me going through an old money clean girl aesthetic phase, report my account expeditiously. Report it. Where's a neon pink mini dress when you need one? You know what I mean? Hot girl
I just
summer's coming up and
realized,
people are doing
actually,
old
I've been
money
thinking about
collections.
this, and I'm about to mute this while this white bitch is talking. Just that, I just said it, just rolled off the tongue. I be saying hoe and bitches too much. It just rolls off the tongue. And I can't say that. I mean, I can say that, but I don't want to say that about the females that I have on my roster. Because they're not bitches and they're not hoes. They're females. They're women. So I gotta calm down on saying, bitches and hoes. But if they act like bitches and hoes, then it's gonna be, I'm gonna call them out being bitches and hoes. But they haven't, the females on my roster and the females I've been with, they haven't been bitches and hoes. They've been females and women. And I wouldn't call them a bitch or a hoe to their face unless they acting like one. But usually they don't act like it. Or is it maybe we haven't had enough time together to where they haven't showed me the bitch side or the hoe side? I mean, I've seen the hoe side, but not the bitch side. Something to think about.
Color. We want to see yellows. We want to see pinks. We want to feel more life within us. And that was one thing that people loved about Pretty Little Thing, especially when it came to them going on vacations. Pretty Little Thing had every fashion choice you could potentially want when you're going on your trip. The vibrant colors, the sultry and sexy looks. Not every brand needs to be a carbon copy of the next, and that's why so many people are upset. Brands either just don't get that or they just don't care.
And I know everybody got their think mine off. This Pretty Little Thing situation is really making me upset because I was just planning to buy some stuff for vacation. I log onto the site. Blues, browns, tans, neutrals, not even earthy tones, straight neutrals.
See, I guess this is just a guy thing with me, in which I'm like, all right, I can go on a vacation and be all right with rocking mostly blue, mostly black, mostly white. Cause I have, honestly, in my closet, I have very neutral color palette in my fucking closet. I mean, white tees, black tees, got grays in there, got a brown, got blues. And I mean, I got some like a splash, a little bit of color. Like I got some pink in there, some red, some fucking, I mean, green. But I don't see an issue with that. But then again, I'm also not a female, so this I really don't care about this. A lot of guys really don't care about this.
Society, which
Now,
is why I think Pretty Little Thing did this as well, which we'll get into.
Now I can say that there's times where I go in my closet and I'm like, damn, I need to add a little bit more color in there. And so I do. But it's only like maybe one shirt. But the base of the shirt is usually just a neutral color. It's usually either a white with like a little marble, like smoky type of like background, and then it has whatever it has on the shirt. Or, you know, vice versa with the black and stuff like that. Like the colors on the shirt is from the images, not of the whole shirt. I would hate to be a female. I would hate to be a
into
female.
just a little bit later. They're going to do whatever to keep up with the trends. Once again, this is a company that stems off of trends, and right now the minimalist aesthetic is a trendy thing in order to keep their profits up. So as I stated, there are a multitude of reasons as to why this is happening, and one of these reasons being the change in body image in recent years. We went from everybody wanting to be an Instagram baddie, be thicker than a Snicker, to now everybody wanting to be skinnier than a stick. Literally less than 5 years ago, the ideal body image was big boobies, big booty, thin waist, and just an overall curvy silhouette.
Unnatural. Unfucking natural, bro.
And numerous other brands thrived during this era.
Like, why don't y'all just go to the gym?
That was meant to enhance
go to the gym and build up your titties, build up the ass. Don't get a BBL.
And replaced for having.
It just looks unnatural.
With the beauty standard shifting and thin being back,
and then even with your BBL, you're not even going to the gym, so it's just fat.
Duty look. Think of Kendall Jenner, Bella Hadid, Hailey Bieber. If you just look on social media, those girls and their fashion looks are constantly trending. So now these brands that once were really catered to the girls that were popular back then, the entire Kardashian clan, Jada Cheese, Ari Fletcher, Iggy Azalea, Nicki Minaj, all the va-va-voom bodies, they're now switching their clothes to cater more towards those women that have smaller frames because that is what's trending right now. Once again, Pretty Little Thing is fine.
See, I'm black. I mean, I've dated and fucked around with some skinnier women. I don't know if I can like actually like get in a serious relationship with somebody who has a very skinny frame and shit like that. It's just I like meat on the bones, natural meat on the bones. That's just how I am. It's because I'm black. I feel like I can't even say it's because I'm black. It's just how I am. But I think it's just because I'm black. If I was white, I'd want the same thing. If I was Hispanic, I'd want the same thing. Chinese, the same. Maybe not Chinese. If you know, you know. But African, I'd want the same thing.
The blueprint that they always followed. Trendy styles. And right now, what happens to be trendy is skinny. The brand advertised this rebrand of wanting to give off a more elevated and expensive look, but quite frankly, it's all about delving into what the new body trend is, and the new body standard, should I say. I don't like calling bodies trends, which is a marketing tactic that is meant to give them ultimately more money in their pockets. So that gets me into the entire minimalistic old money aesthetic that is also trending right now, which really closely ties into the skinny aesthetic. As I stated earlier, minimalism is taking over fashion. The monochromatic clothes, the neutrals, the browns, just boring beige. We're tired of it. Heck, even the babies have gotten caught in this monochromatic trend. And the conversation of quiet luxury is seemingly dominating the fashion industry. But the concept of minimalism and old money is a lot deeper than a lot of people care to think. And if you look at Pretty Little Things website, y'all are gonna know exactly what I'm speaking about in just a second. Minimalism isn't just about simplicity. It's also deeply tied to Eurocentric body and beauty standards. The new ideal look right now is thin, effortless, and minimal. And now bold fashion statement trends are a thing of the past. And who exactly is known for making very bold statements when it comes to fashion? People of color. Let's talk about the lack of black and brown people on Pretty Little Things' new rebranded website. If you scroll through Pretty Little Things' new website, you'll definitely notice that something or many things are missing. Do y'all see many black and brown models on their new rebranded website, if any? There are no diverse faces, no diverse looks, and clearly no inclusion on that new website. And I find it quite funny because black influencers and models is what made Pretty Little Thing the brand that they are today. The entire BBL aesthetic, the entire bold fashion and looks that came about was primarily from black creators, influencers, and celebrities. I mean, Pretty Little Thing collaborated with a lot of black people. But now that they're seeing that the Eurocentric body and beauty standards are trending, they threw away what once was trending.
I bet you
the caricature of black women
after watching this shit,
appropriating of black women in culture. And it's quite
my feed
interesting because
on
we
like
see
Twitter,
brands
some shit
do
like
this
that,
over and
an ad for
over
like
again.
Pretty Little
Them
Things will
using black
fucking
and brown
pop up.
faces
I
when
bet
it's
you that shit.
trending, but not as something that stands with their
I've
everyday
never heard of
morals
them.
and
But now,
standards
since
for
watching
their
this shit, I already know on my
Not to
phone.
be shady, because
It's
your
gonna
girl
pop
be
up.
shopping at PLT.
Because that's
But
how the
I feel
algorithm
like
works.
I
Siri be
kind of am
listening.
finding it very annoying when a
She do.
certain demographic of women invest
the-
into a shop. For
the
example,
Fibbi,
us
they be
thicker
listening.
girlies, you gave us the Hoochie Mama clothes, gave us PLT shape for those that have big hips, and you just completely revamp, forgetting about who your core audience is. Because to me, it's given y'all fat bitch. This is how we're gonna move now. Thank you for making us £1 million empire. But now we go with the demure chicks.
Hey guys, Editor Tony here. So I realized I completely forgot to add in how what Pretty Little Thing did along with other brands in terms of creating a more minimalist, modest, and quote unquote boring fashion is that fashion does closely have ties to what is going on politically in our world right now. It seems as if specifically in America, we are trying to go backwards in terms of inclusivity, power, and equality. And that is showing in fashion. So the pushing of the Nara Smiths, the pushing of trad wives, and the pushing of women having less and less options for the club attire, the vacation attire. It all comes to a deeper and bigger meaning. And I'm going to show you guys a few creators that very well spoke on this exact topic that I'm speaking on. Take a listen to this.
It's not surprising to me that brands are doing this rebrand to go into this pilgrim fashion because of where we are in the state of politics. Like, we can truly see the shift.
It's crazy how people can just associate like fashion and shit like that to like politics, libertarianism, conservatism, money and shit like that. I mean, you need money to buy it, but just aesthetic and everything. It's wild. And I'm glad that I'm a male and I don't have to think about it other than what I'm gonna buy and how much it is. Nigga, I shop at Macy's to get a fire fit. I used to get all my fucking Levi Strauss jeans from Macy's. Nigga, the only couple things I know with when it comes to fucking males and they fits and their clothing, and it has to do with, you know, social economic issues and stuff like that, is Timberlands, because, you know, made it for they have it was pretty much a racist company. Timberlands was. It has the tree where they hang black people. That was the thing. FUBU, For Us By Us, it's a black company. Tommy Hilfiger, a racist brand. What else? I think there's something else. Like, oh yeah, fucking. I remember this big thing. Michael Jordan, when I think two black dudes were fighting, and then one of them got shot over fucking drop, and then Michael Jordan was asked about that, and he said he made Jordans for white kids, white teenagers, or some shit like that. That's, I mean, I guess it's because I don't know, I don't be going towards fashions that everybody else goes towards. I guess that's why I'm like not really tapped in like that to it. I'm sure there's probably other shit. I mean, yeah, you hear about the fucking the Chinese little Chinese kids and the fucking the sweatshops and shit like that they be doing, but everybody be doing that. And like I mean, nigga, I be wearing shit that, like I said, not a lot of people be wearing, so I don't really be hearing about their issues and shit like that. And all right, let's see what she's talking about.
And clearly we can see that this whole rise of the trad wife life and
I did
stay-at-home
not
moms and
think that she was gonna
wearing
be English.
lasers and trying to go for this old money aesthetic is where we're heading. So fashion and the whole obsession with old money aesthetic and trad wife life and stay-at-home mom is a really important social indicator of where people's political leanings lie and how far to the right that we are starting to swing. We've seen this before many times in history. When the economy is doing badly and people are struggling for basic things like food and having a roof over their head, they tend to lean more towards right-wing and very conservative ideologies. So many famous dictators in the past, such as Hitler, have preached the return of family values and the importance of the nuclear family and of national pride. And this is something.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with. Yeah, I hate this when people equate somebody who's bad, somebody who everybody deems as evil, to things that is just. I mean, that's right. You should. The nuclear family is a powerhouse, so yes, you should have the nuclear family. That's a good thing. You're supposed to have it. That's how you raise your kids properly, and that's how that builds your nationality. It builds a wealth within your nationality, your race, your ethnicity. There's nothing bad about that. I just don't like how she did Hitler and then these things that are actually good, but put an emotion to it. Yeah, that's what she did. She tried to use emotionalism and put that towards it. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. I mean, that's your opinion, but those don't coincide with each other. I mean, yeah, they do because he says it, but it doesn't mean just because he said that it's a bad thing. You should be proud about being your race, regardless of what race you are. You should be proud about being your nationality. You should be proud about, just whatever.
Something that we see being preached over and over again in the US with Trump's administration, with the rise of the ADF in Germany, with the Reform Party in the UK, and so many other extremely right-wing groups across Europe, across the Western world. And again, all the PLT rebrand, the obsession with old money aesthetic, it's all balled up into one, and it kind of makes me scared for where we're heading in the future.
And
the thing is too, bro, if you see this and you notice that, that they're doing this rebrand, and you know all this negative shit, and you've done the little investigation of how it leads to conservatism, and you making this all, you jump to conclusions and hypotheses and shit like that, don't shop there. Find another place just how like you found pretty little things. Go to another spot that doesn't have that issue. Because there's hella clothes. There's hella fashion websites and fashion stores you can go to that are cheaper, more inexpensive, but have very high and good quality that you can go to, and you'll be able to find those colors. You'll be able to find the good feel of the shirt or whatever you're looking for. Just stop shopping there. That's all you have to do. You females like to do that. Y'all like to make a problem and just explode it. Jump to conclusions and realizing what's the issue, but you still want to shop and buy the shit and funding them. Leave it to the audience that they're giving their niche to. Just go to another spot and then blow that shit up. Go to something within your nationality that they doing it and blow their shit up. And that's how you do it. But no, you want to make TikTok videos about where it's leading to, and videos about how this is systemically is biased, and you changed, and yeah, things are gonna change. whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, stop shopping there. Stop giving them your money. Stop giving them your attention. Literally, you going to their shop is giving them revenue. That's literally how. So just stop going there. Duh.
Point that I saw a lot of
Stop watching the video.
about was how capitalism is overtaking our society more and more every day, and the illusion of affordable luxury. I have not had the most positive experience whenever I purchase some Pretty Little Thing. From my orders just never showing up, to the tight-fitted dress fitting me like a muumuu when I got it in person because I wasn't thicker than a snicker, to the lack of reviews on their website. Their dresses that used to be marketed as $20 that are now brown and more minimalist, or I guess you guys can even say more modest, are now $50. And they're trying to justify these.
And that's why I really don't. There's only certain things I will shop for online. Shirts, hoodies, and like jackets and sweatshirts. I really don't shop for my pants online because of that thing. But my thing also is that if you see a website, and I always do this. I always go to the reviews, shit like that. If they don't have any reviews, or the reviews from like 5 years ago and shit like that, and I don't buy it. I don't buy. Why would I trust it? Like, obviously something's gonna go wrong, or I'm just very skeptical, and I'm like, nah, I'm probably not gonna do that because it could be an issue. And then if there's an issue, if I have to go to the customer support and send it back, it's just too much. It's just too much. So I won't even go. I'll stick to my very trusted ones I've already ordered from.
Prices by making it look more.
I think that's like the common sense thing to do, right? That's the common sense thing to do.
9 out of 10 times, this isn't the case. This is a classic example of what is called perceived luxury, which is when brands manipulate their marketing in order to make you feel like you're purchasing something that is worth the pricing of it, even if it's the same cheap material that they've been using all of this time.
The Pretty Little Thing rebrand is pure comedy because they're changing the logo, they're changing the font, they're changing the clothes they're selling, everything but the polyester in the clothing. Like, I went on that website and I scrolled for a solid 5 minutes and everything was still 90% polyester. So you're about to raise the prices for your new little high neck sweaters, ditching the BBL fashion, and you're still gonna give us plastic? Like, that just does not make sense to me. Please, y'all, do not fall for this. Like, be for real. They're charging $80 plus for non-natural fabrics. Please, y'all, save your coins and shop slow and small.
I like some of the pieces. I think some of the pieces are really nice, but I also feel like a lot of the pieces I've already seen. When I saw that skirt 1 month ago, it was £10. Now it's got a new photo and it's £25. What did we do? Who did we offend?
It's just rubbish quality stuff for a more expensive price. So why would you choose Pretty Little Thing, who is known for cheaper, efficient, quick outfits, and now try to make it more premium and luxe? It just doesn't work. Like, Pretty Little Thing was known for next day delivery, going on a night out, wanted something quick, and that's what we want it for. That was its purpose.
She has some beautiful white teeth.
Don't change it.
We've got passion, we've got determination.
Think those are veneers?
We set our sights on something. You better.
PLT rebranding as quiet luxury is an insane claim from them. Quiet luxury is the investment in like high quality timeless pieces that are sustainably made and not meant to be consumed in like a fast fashion etiquette. First of all, just using a more muted colour palette does not make your clothes more timeless if they're made from the same quality. Second of all, it's insane to like build a rebrand based on the eradication of like all this stock. Like, where the f is all this stock? Like, is the foundations of this timeless luxury sustainable rebrand resting on all of like the previous clothes that aren't like timeless, aren't minimal? Are they just all in landfill now? Because if that's the foundations of your like sustainable timeless rebrand, what happened to the timelessness of these garments? Because they will still exist somewhere. Also, a brand that really is focused on like sustainability and like timeless capsule wardrobe pieces would not distribute clothes in the masses to the way that I imagine they'll still be doing. I imagine though these clothes will not look as fast fashion, they'll be like sold the same way. They'll still be pushing their influencer discounts, they'll still be pushing massive hauls, they'll still be pushing next day delivery so we can have these like ASAP. I think this is performative.
And it's not just the pricing that's changing, it's also who is changing and who Pretty Little Thing wants to now represent them and their website. So where do we go from here? What is the future of fashion? We've seen this pattern before. Trends come and go. We know that, we've seen it, it's very clear and evident. What was once considered classy is now considered cheap. It's like night and day all the time. Right now, brands are obsessed with the old money aesthetic. But at some point, which I think this point is right now, people are going to get sick and tired of the brown, beige, and bland looks. And from this Pretty Little Thing rebrand, I can see exactly that a lot of people are getting fed up with that. I've even seen some people look at old pictures from like 2012 and 2013. Y'all remember that Tumblr era? They're like, oh my god, the world used to be so bright. And that is so true, because at that time, florals and bright colors and neons were super trendy. And people think of just happier times when the economy was better. Which leads me to believe that Pretty Little Things rebranding, whether intentional or unintentional, is a direct response to the economic changes happening right now, particularly in America. The current state of the economy is shifting the way people spend money. So before, when people would just buy a bunch of trendy, cheap clothes that were vibrant and were probably not going to be popular in the next 3 to 5 years, people were okay with buying it because it wasn't super expensive. But now people are trying to be smarter about the coin that they're spending. So they're choosing intentionally or unintentionally to buy clothes that will probably have more longevity, which is why neutral colors are getting more and more popular as a If you buy that vibrant, bright yellow shirt, you're most likely going to wear it just once. Versus if you buy that black tank, you will probably wear it again and again because it's more.
I like to switch it up.
People aren't going to remember you wearing it.
Nigga, everybody's gonna remember me wearing anything regardless. Remember when you wore that? Remember that? Yeah, I even remember when I wore that. Damn, I'll be like, damn, I haven't worn this in a fat minute. Let me go ahead and pull this shit out. That's my fashion statement. Wearing shit, and there's a lot of shit in my closet to where I haven't worn it in like years. I'm like, damn, I could really pull this out and shit like that, and it'll be cool.
With inflation rising, people getting laid off, people struggling to get a job or keep a job, and the constant financial uncertainty rising, people are becoming more cautious, buying fewer trendy clothes and looking for more timeless, versatile pieces.
Or stop buying clothes and focus on getting your job, maintaining your job, keeping your job, and stack up your money to where you ain't got to worry about it. Actually go to work on time. Actually be there early, so you don't have no reason to be late. Do your job to the best of your ability. Just do that. Now, if you laid off, it's a different thing, because you was probably doing your job and they was having cutbacks or something. I don't know. I don't have an excuse for the companies or corporation why they did that. But make sure that resume is up to date. Make sure you do your thing. You know. Oh, don't keep all your eggs in one basket and stop wasting your money on clothes that you already know that aren't gonna last. That's why I really don't put, like, a lot of my jeans and shit, I really don't put in a dryer, and like my shirts, shit like that, I really don't put it in a dryer and shit like that. Just I air dry them, just so they last longer.
The brands are catching up with this.
We see business casual being the trend of choice when people are broke. At times of economic downturn, blazers in the club is very much what people do because it makes more sense to make the clothes you have to wear stylish so you don't have to keep buying clothes. If business casual is the look, right, then we go buy business casual clothes. We wear those clothes to work, to school, to our internships, whatever, and then we also wear those clothes to the club because we are broke, right? So we got a 2-for-1. We can't keep buying clothes.
And if you broke, why the fuck you going to the club? You know, I should have kept this going because I ain't even trying to use this. If you broke, you should not be at the fucking club. You should be making money, working at McDonald's, Tropical Smoothie, or wherever. But you out here wasting money that you don't have. You wasting money that you don't have going to the club, getting overpriced drinks. You out here talking about cheap fabrics and spending more money on clothes or saving money by wearing the same thing you wear at your internship or your job going to the club. Stop going to the fucking club. Duh. That's how you save money. My cousin invited me out to the bar tonight. I said, nah, I got a stream and I'm not trying to waste no money because that's what I have to do. Come on now. It's
shift away
easy.
from
Y'all focus on the wrong
hyper-trendy
things,
and
bruh.
instead pushing more investment pieces because they'll last longer due to them being timeless. Hence why we might say it's boring, but those boring clothes you're most likely going to wear 10 years from now. I mean, look at the trendy clothes from 2010. Would you probably touch those clothes again right now? I highly, highly doubt it. So they're being strategic in their business model and business plan, but it is irritating customers at the same time. And lastly, I think a lot of customers, or should I say former customers, are upset about the Pretty Little Thing rebrand because they're tired of everything getting so expensive. I mean, you can't even watch Netflix without them upping their price every single month. Everything has a price tag to it. Everything.
That's why I don't have Netflix. Hey, shout out to Tubi. Shout out to Tubi. Shout out to fucking Tubi. They got everything I want, and I'm watching that bitch for free. I'll do the ads. I'll do the fucking ads.
And I do not blame them. It gets exhausting when you see brands constantly doing this. Like, yeah, go ahead, do a rebranding if that's what's important to you. But why do your customers have to suffer in the process of it? But you guys, that is the end of today's
video. You know why y'all gotta fucking suffer? Because they know that there's a consumer base that's gonna buy it. And so that's what they're gonna do. They no longer with y'all. Y'all helped them out. Thank you, appreciate it. But guess what? We gotta go with what the other consumers, the majority of consumers are trying to get. They're here trying to make that $100,000 empire to $1 million empire. Trying to get that $1 million empire to $1 billion empire. They got to change with the times. And that's just how it goes. They found another consumer base that's have a more marketable aesthetic, a more marketable theme. And so let's rebrand and go to that. And I'm sure that when that aesthetic and shit like that is no more, that they're gonna rebrand to something else. That's how it's gonna be.
And the czarification of fashion brands and the deep dissection of the Pretty Little Thing rebrand. What are your thoughts on the Pretty Little Thing rebrand? Are you guys for it? Are you guys against it? Let's get the discussion going on in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check out Raycon and those.
All right. Shout out to Tony Brienne. That was cool.